early life and beginnings. Nélson Pereira, born on August 12, 1981, in Lisbon, Portugal, was introduced to football at a young age, a sport that runs deep in Portuguese culture. His early life in Lisbon saw him playing in local youth clubs, where his skills quickly caught the attention of scouts. A talented and versatile player, Nélson displayed a natural ability to play in multiple positions, though he was primarily known for his defensive prowess and leadership. He joined Sporting CP's prestigious youth academy, Academia Sporting, which has produced many of Portugal's top talents. It was here that he began to develop his skills as a central defender, though he also had the versatility to play as a fullback. His technical ability, combined with his tactical awareness, made him a standout player at the youth level. Professional career, breakthrough and early years. Nélson Pereira made his professional debut with Sporting CP in 2000. He initially struggled to find regular minutes in the first team, as the club was filled with strong defenders competing for positions. However, in the following years, his persistence paid off. Nélson was gradually incorporated into the team, impressing with his solid defensive skills and maturity on the pitch. He earned a reputation for being composed under pressure, possessing both strength and excellent positioning. His early years at Sporting CP saw him gain experience in both domestic and European competitions, although it was clear that he had yet to hit his peak. His development as a dependable defender made him a key asset to the squad, but the competition for a place in the starting 11 was fierce. However, he continued to mature and eventually became a consistent fixture in Sporting's defense. Career peak, a leading defender. The peak of Nélson Pereira's career came during his time with Sporting CP, where he was seen as one of the standout players in the squad. His leadership on the field, coupled with his defensive qualities, made him one of the team's most reliable players. Nélson was a commanding presence in defense, and his excellent positioning allowed him to thwart opposing attacks with ease. His aerial ability and tackling made him a strong performer both in the air and on the ground. In the early 2000s, Sporting CP experienced a period of relative success domestically, winning several titles, and Nélson played a major role in these accomplishments. His defensive partnership with other top-tier players helped establish Sporting as one of the leading teams in Portugal. He was also involved in the club's push in European competitions, making appearances in the UEFA Cup and Champions League. Despite not reaching the level of international stardom of some of his contemporaries, Nelson's performances at Sporting CP earned him a reputation as a consistent and hard-working player. He was never the flashiest player, but his dependability and understanding of the game made him indispensable. Main achievements. Throughout his career, Nélson Pereira enjoyed several significant achievements. Primarily with Sporting CP, where he spent the majority of his playing years. Some of his main accomplishments include Primeira Liga titles. Nélson was a key player in Sporting CP's successful campaigns in the Primeira Liga, contributing to their domestic successes. Taça de Portugal. He helped Sporting CP lift the Taça de Portugal, further cementing his legacy at the club. Taça de Liga. Nélson was part of the squad that won the Taça de Liga, a domestic cup competition, showcasing his ability to contribute in multiple facets of the game. While Nelson's career didn't boast as many international titles, he was highly regarded for his consistent performances in the Portuguese top division and in European competitions, where Sporting frequently competed at a high level. International career and influence. Nélson Pereira's international career with Portugal was more limited compared to his club achievements. He was called up to the Portugal national team on several occasions, particularly during the mid-2000s. However, his opportunities to play for the national team were often limited by the competition for places in the central defense, with players like Ricardo Carvalho and Pepe being regular starters. Despite these challenges, Nélson was part of the Portugal squad that participated in international competitions, including the UEFA European Championship and FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Although he didn't feature regularly in major international tournaments, his inclusion in the national setup was a testament to his skill and reliability as a central defender. Later years, transition and retirement. As he entered the final stages of his playing career, Nélson Pereira's role at Sporting CP started to shift. Although his performances remained solid, injuries and age began to take a toll. In his later years, Nélson moved between various clubs within Portugal's top league and had stints abroad. His experience in top-level football, combined with his leadership qualities, made him an asset to every team he joined. Eventually, Nélson retired from professional football, marking the end of a career that spanned over a decade. His transition from a player to a more off-field role was relatively seamless, as he remained involved with the sport in various capacities, though he never pursued a managerial or coaching career at the top level. Legacy. Nélson Pereira is remembered as one of Portugal's solid defenders during his time at Sporting CP, where he formed the backbone of the team's defense. Though he did not reach the global fame of some of his contemporaries, his work ethic, leadership, and dedication to the game made him a respected figure in Portuguese football. He is particularly remembered by Sporting fans for his loyalty and crucial contributions during his time with the club. His legacy lies in the way he represented the core values of Portuguese football: discipline, tactical intelligence, and team-oriented play. Though not as flamboyant or headline-grabbing as some of his peers, Nelson's consistent and reliable performances made him one of the quietly effective players in the modern era of Portuguese football. In retirement, Nelson's influence continues to be felt in Sporting's youth academy and among the fans who remember him as one of the club's stalwarts during a period of significant success.